morning, everyone. Here we are again. Are you getting sick of us yet? Hopefully not. Hey, we're having some kind of issues. Just everybody keep on checking. A lot of people aren't getting their notifications for some reason. We posted this. What day? It was like right after my other side show, I think, or even before that. I think you had this one scheduled, didn't you?
I think so.
Yeah, I think, and then I put a notification earlier today on Facebook for YouTube. So I don't know why people aren't getting their notifications, and I do apologize because we do enjoy having you here. We are doing the second part tonight of the Sirens. It's going to be the male counterpart. Gabriella didn't find too much. I found a little bit, and then I got a story. The story was.
See, but she said I got my notification. I had to set it to all.
Yeah, that's probably what's happening.
Yeah, so Linda, I'm going on Mom's channel to kind of like show you where it says subscribed. Right there, click it, and then it says all personalized or none. Make sure you click all because for some reason it keeps putting mine to personalized. And I have to keep putting it back to all, but that might be why you're not getting
It's just like, it's terrible because we're really trying to build our channels up, and if people aren't getting their notifications, it's not going to help us, and it's not going to help you. So I'm hoping, like, since Cactus did get hers, that's great. I'm going to rewind, as I was saying, we're going to do the male counterpart of Sirens. I did start writing my story. I have like an intro. If you guys want to hear that part of it, I can read that. I can go in and get my notebook. I haven't actually got the story part of it yet because I'm still trying to figure out who's going to make it, who's not. I don't want to have it real like lame and I want to kind of make it
gory.
I want to kind of have it exciting, and then we're going to throw a little twist in with it when I'm done. Look how bright! Holy shit! We might, if I get it done between today and I don't think I'll work on it tonight. If I get it done tomorrow or Saturday, maybe we might have like an extra show just for the story before next week, or we'll just carry it on to next week no matter what our subject line is. Regardless, let me get to how I normally start. Our weather today. We went from in the 40s, 50s, and 60s recently to our temperature reached a real high of 19 today. And we did have times where it looked like it was a blizzard outside, although since it's so cold, that wasn't the nice, heavy snowball packing type snow. It was a real fluffy flyaway snow. Our temperatures right now, it is 15 degrees, but it says we feel like it's 0. And it's only going to get worse as the week goes on. And then it's just going to rise just a tad, but then it's going to go right back into the real frigid and the snowy. So that's kind of what we're in for. Matter of fact, I just got a notification here saying snow possibly tomorrow. I don't know. We were supposed to get maybe 3 to 5 inches today, but that temperature dropped so quickly that we didn't get. Eric and I always has this philosophy that if it gets like below, like say 30 degrees, if we get snow, it's not going to be very much, and it's going to be that light, real flyaway snow. If the temperature hovers right around freezing or a little bit above, and we get the snow, we're going to get pounded, and it's going to be that real heavy where you can make your snowballs and the snowmen and that. So that's the kind of weather that we're having right now. But as we said, we will go into our male counterpart.
B squared is
B squared. Look, everybody's here tonight. Woo, woo. B squared, did you get a notification?
Not sure if this is followed up to the mermaids or if it missed the show. No, this is the follow up to the mermaid/sirens. So you didn't miss anything.
Nope. And like I said, if you guys want to hear the intro part, the first, I guess you could call it a prelude, whatever, to the story that I'm going to write pertaining to this, I can pull it and bring it in here. And I can read that, and then once I get the story written, we can either have a special night for it, or I can do it either on Tuesday or Thursday on our regular show. That'd be up to you fine folk. And it depends on when I get it done, because like I said, I don't want it to be real chintzy and goofball-y and stuff like that. So with that being said, Gabriella.
Before we get started, I want to tell you what just happened in there while I was making my coffee. It was kind of weird and creepy, not gonna lie. So I walk over because me and Abby and our other friend was playing games, and that's why we're a little bit late. Because I forgot to set like a timer or something, and I looked and I saw that it was like 9:02, and Mom had texted
Mama
me.
no just come first. Mama always come last.
She texted me and she was like, wait, don't forget there's live in a few minutes. And I was like, oh, okay. So turned off all my stuff, came over here, and made a cup of coffee. Well, in the room that goes out to mine and Dylan's apartment, I heard scratching on the wall, and I thought like an animal was inside the wall or something, but it stopped, and I like banged on the wall to see if it would move or anything.
I hear that a lot. And it will not only go from the scratching, it goes to like footsteps in there, or like if something
and it was like in the middle of the wall, because I thought maybe it was Pee-wee, because when he was still with the living, he would scratch at the bottom part of the doorway frame, and that's what it sounded like to me. But then I got closer to the sound, and it was literally in the middle of the wall behind the fridge, and it was like, I can't explain it.
You know what? We better have our sinks and that dripping a little bit tonight. I just thought about that, so our pipes don't freeze up. We probably should have it dripping, because it's going to get cold tomorrow. I think we're supposed to get below 0 at night. So
yeah, just thought I would tell you guys that, because I am a little freaked out by that. It was weird.
Cactus got the butterfingers tonight, she said.
Keep your butterfingers to yourself, Cactus.
She
I don't
doesn't
need
got
that.
the edible kind. Not.
No, I know. Keep. Don't be dropping things. Anyways, on with our subject, male sirens. This should be interesting. I didn't get really much on them, but I got as much as I could. Male sirens are often considered tritons or tritons,
Tritons.
Which are sweet.
Ooh, you're off to a good start there, child.
Sea-dwelling creatures with human upper bodies and fishtails, similar to mermen, and were sometimes depicted as fierce warriors, though sometimes they blended siren-like allure with merman characteristics. Male sirens, an early myth. In ancient Greek art, male sirens did exist, but largely disappeared from depictions after the 5th century BCE, before the siren image solidified as purely female. A triton, often described as a male siren or merman, a son of Poseidon, sometimes depicted with wings or fishtail, known for his enchanting voice and association with the sea. There are 3 known tritons names, and their names are Levi, Sarge, and Mate, which I thought was kind of interesting.
I wonder if I have that in mind, because I didn't even really read my.
We want the male sirens back.
So I'm going to have male sirens on the island with the female ones, and maybe she even has a couple of little baby sirens. And we'll go into that theory now, won't we?
Baby sirens. Male sirens sing as well, right? I've only ever seen a female version depicted as singing. Yeah, they sing too. in the one that I just said, he was the son of Poseidon, and he was depicted with wings or a fishtail, known for his enchanting voice and association with the sea. So, their abilities and attributes. That's how you say that word, not attributes. I'm losing it.
She losing it.
Let me hide that so I can actually see what I'm doing. No. Okay. Scale manifestation. Their scaly fishtails are silvery gray and has pelvic fins on their either side of their tail, which assists them as they move vertically or turn sharply in the water. A large dorsal fin runs down their backs, while a much smaller one runs down the backs of their tails. They have speed swimming. Naturally, they are capable of swimming at great speeds in the water.
I did not know that.
I kind of figured that. That makes sense.
Like, I didn't know that.
They have to swim fast.
Well, they have to swim, but I kind of thought they all hovered around like wherever they...
No, because they have to get to... They hear you, and they're like... Shh. Oh. Enhanced senses. Just like sea lions, whales, and dolphins, they can hear sounds far off the ultrasonic frequency, giving them splitting headaches. Oh my lord. Hugh Jackman. Anyways, it says, for example, the strong hypersonic waves emitted by the oil rig has even caused death for some. They have enhanced night vision, fang retraction, and enhanced bite.
I did not know that.
So they do bite you. In their true aquatic form, razor-sharp fangs appear in their mouth, with which they break steel in one bite.
Holy shit.
They go, ah. And
now, is this just one of the theories, or is this part of...
No, this is... I found this on multiple things, but this is actually said like this whole sentence.
Wow.
Zoolinguism.
Sanguilingualism. Zoolingualism. It's kind of their language, I think.
Horrible way.
It's their language. Because lingual means language.
Yeah, but that's not what it means. Zoolingualism. Hey, I actually said it kind of okay that time. It means that they can communicate and understand animals both on land and sea.
Their language. That's what I just said. It's their language, their way to communicate.
No, it means they understand what the other animals are saying to them. Longevity and decelerated aging. They are capable of living for hundreds of years without aging very fast. Human disguise. After surviving the painful transformation between tail and legs, mer people are capable of taking their place among the humans.
They say that about fairies, too.
Yeah, well, fairies. You get those fairies.
You get those fairies. Depends on what kind of fairies you're talking about.
Water.
There's lots of different kinds.
Water maneuverability.
Maneuverability.
That's not a fun word to say either. As well as swimming at high speeds, they are capable of maneuvering freely underwater.
Makes sense.
Underwater.
They are fish, in essence.
Extraordinary physical strength. Triton are noticeably physically much stronger than humans.
Wow.
Enhanced regeneration. Triton possesses far greater regenerative capabilities than humans.
I did not know that either.
They heal quickly from non-fatal injuries within a short period.
I did not know that either.
And that's all I got.
So they're like some other sea creatures that can grow their limbs back and stuff. And like sharks that grow their teeth back.
I actually have a saved video of all these sea creatures that scientists can't explain how they do things.
So I'll wait till you get that and I'll read a little bit what I found. The little bit. And then there is a story that AI created for me again for this.
There's his maybe it's in my liked videos. Yes. 10
Wow.
animals with abilities that science can't explain. First one, axolotl.
Those are cute.
It regenerates limbs, organs, spine, eyes, and even parts of its brain without leaving scars. Scientists still cannot replicate its healing ability.
We need to get some of those.
A tardigrade, I think, survives the vacuum of space temperatures as hot as boiling lava, nuclear radiation,
That's those things Eric was talking about.
and up to 30 years without water. No, it's not. That's not a water panda or
water or something.
Water.
Eric, what's those things that you...
Water elephant.
No.
Water.
Those things that can pretty much survive anything that's in the water.
They're called water bears.
Water bears. Isn't that a tardigrade? Is that the...
Yeah, it's called
Oh,
a
it is.
tardigrade,
See?
Okay, well,
I told you, as soon as I saw the picture, I knew that's what it was.
that's crazy. It survives temperatures as hot as boiling lava,
Yeah.
nuclear radiation, and up to
Yeah.
30 years without water.
Yeah. Kind of scary. And just think,
That's a water bear, by the way,
people
guys.
are probably already pissing around with those and seeing what they can create from that shit.
Third one, electric eel. It generates up to 600 volts of electricity without damaging its own nervous system. No artificial technology can imitate this. A pistol shrimp.
I heard of those.
Its claw closes so quickly that it creates a bubble hotter than the surface of the sun and generates plasma.
Yep, I heard about those.
A platypus. It glows neon under UV light and detects electricity with its beak. Scientists still don't know why it evolved this way.
And what is it exactly? Because it's so many different things.
Octopus. It has 3 hearts, 9 brains, and a shifting intelligence that evolved independently of all other animals on Earth. 7. Immortal jellyfish. When it ages this is not right. When it ages or is injured, reverses its aging process, and it becomes young again. Biological immortality.
Bombardier beetle.
Bombardier beetle. It shoots boiling chemical fire from its body but never gets burned.
Yeah.
And yeah.
A natural.
It's a natural engineering marvel of combat.
I heard of them too.
Mantis shrimp. Except that is not a mantis shrimp. That is literally a squid. It sees colors that humans cannot imagine and strikes faster than a bullet, shattering glass instantly. And the last one is a sea dragon. It moves like drifting seaweed so perfectly that predators cannot detect it. Evolution in cheat code mode.
Wow.
That's all I got.
Okay. You see what Linda said? Or Cactus said?
9 brains?
No.
Oh. I probably need like 8 cups of coffee. I just got done eating. Thank you very much. And it wasn't from her fridge.
Okay, let me go to what I found on the bearded male sirens. Sirens. I didn't find much either, but I did find a little bit.
She used AI.
Well, I do.
Because AI is so much better than normal.
No, it just gives extra stuff because it dabbles a little bit of here and there. But that's because I can get a story from them too. And their stories are pretty interesting. They're short, but they're interesting. Okay, bearded mare.
See, I'm not the other one. She needs another cup of coffee, and she needs to go raid the fridge then too.
I'm drinking my Mom Made of Money cup coffee, and there's a story behind that, and which we'll tell you after we're done. Okay, bearded male sirens aren't common in classical Greek art, but they do exist in older and regional lore. And they're far creepier than modern mermaid stereotypes. Here's a few interpretations. Ancient and mythic. In early Greek mythology, sirens were not always female, which we found out. Some sources describe them as birdmen or androgynous beings with talons, wings, and wild beards symbolizing age, wisdom, and danger. Their beards mark them as ancient, untamed forces, not objects of beauty, but predators of the sea. Folklore. In Mediterranean sailor lore, male sirens were sometimes called sea chanters or deep callers, bearded figures rising from rocks or surf, singing in low, hypnotic tones. Their songs weren't seductive, but commanding, triggering despair, madness, or irresistible curiosity. The horror part of it. Bearded male sirens are often portrayed as gaunt, salt-crusted skin, tangled beards full of seaweed and bones, black or glowing eyes, voices that sound like chanting through water, and they lure ships not with beauty but with false promises, calling sailors by name, mimicking loved ones, or whispering forbidden knowledge.
No, that's the same as a normal
siren. Yeah. The modern paranormal spin on it is some paranormal researchers link them to water spirits, drowned revenants, or even pre-human sea entities, older than humanity, feeding on sound, fear, or memory. So that's about all I found on them that was added to what you have. But that was kind of, when I found that, and they're like, oh, I don't think Gabriella got this, and it's a little different.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I searched everywhere, and I literally found what I found.
So it seems to me like the females enchant them with their beauty and aren't as aggressive. They kind of lure them with their music and the whispers, and they cause them to jump or cause them to go to their own deaths. But it seems to me like the males kind of lure them with their like deeper, and they do get aggressive. Yeah, and they kind of like, probably if you were a cheater, they would show all the times you cheated, whatever, and that they would bring all those things that they know that you did wrong in your life, bring them, and then they
with their sharp teeth.
Okay, here's a little horror story that they gave me. The fisherman heard his name long before he saw the sea. It came from beneath the water, low, ragged, and familiar. Elias, not a shout, not a song, a memory-given breath. He leaned over the rail, lantern trembling in his hand. The surface of the ocean rippled, then parted, and something rose just enough for him to see its face. A man, if it ever had to be one. Its beard hung in wet ropes, threaded with shells and the pale curve of finger bones. Its skin was the gray of long-buried stone. Black eyes stared up at him, unblinking, patient. When its mouth opened, the sound that poured out was not music, but many voices layered together. Wives, brothers, dead children, each whispering a different promise. Elias felt his hands loosen. The lantern fell. The last thing he saw was the creature smiling, its beard drifting like a net. By morning, the boat was found drifting empty. And it says,
Welcome.
below it, the bearded one sang again.
Welcome, people.
Woo! Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and then there's lore. There's a lore thing that they have added on, and the names: the bearded ones, deep chanters, salt fathers, old voices. Origin: long before sailors told stories of beautiful sirens, there were male sirens, ancient sea beings born from drowned gods, and the first men ever lost to the ocean. When the sea claimed them, it did not let them die. It taught them to sing. Appearance: tall, gaunt, humanoid forms, long tangled beards encrusted with salt, shells, bones, and seaweed. Skin pale or stone gray, often cracked like dry coral. Eyes black, glowing faintly or reflecting the surface like mirrors. They are rarely seen fully, only faces, hands, or eyes breaking the water. The song: unlike female sirens, their voices are low, droning, and hypnotic. They do not seduce, they command. Their songs: they mimic loved ones. They whisper secrets only the listener should know. They call sailors by their names, even strangers. They trigger intense nostalgia, grief, or guilt. And once heard, the song lingers for days, drawing victims back to the water. Their behavior: they appear near reefs, fog banks, and shipwrecks. They're most active during storms or moonless nights. They rarely attack physically. Victims willingly enter the sea. Those taken are believed to become part of the chorus. Warnings and signs: hearing voices over waves when no one is present, sudden calm before a storm, seabirds going silent, echoing hums that feel inside your chest. I have that at night when I'm wheezing. I feel humming in there. Like sometimes it sounds like it's talking to me. Modern paranormal theory: some investigators believe bearded sirens are not creatures but entities tied to sound and memory, feeding on emotion, resonance rather than flesh. EVP recordings near deep water sometimes capture low chanting in unknown languages, followed by human names. And then there is a second story that they wrote for me. And it's called Lurking Spirits Case File. Any questions? Any questions? I love the new people that we get coming each time. That is so nice. Okay, the bearded sirens' voices beneath the waves. Before sirens were ever described as beautiful, before sailors feared song carried on the wind, there were voices that came from below. Paranormal researchers call them the bearded ones. They are male sirens, ancient, forgotten, and far more dangerous than the legends we're used to hearing. Eyewitness account: sailors don't report music. They report voices, deep, rough, and familiar. Men standing watch at night describe hearing their names spoken from the water, sometimes in the voices of people long dead, wives, brothers, children, even themselves. So they even hear themselves calling their own names, which is incredible. One 1893 ship log recovered from the North Atlantic contains a single repeated line: "It knows who we are." Dun, dun, dun. The crew vanished 2 nights later. Physical descriptions: witnesses who survived described the same thing: a face rising just above the waterline, skin pale as stone, eyes black or reflecting the sea like mirrors, and the beard. Long, tangled, floating unnaturally, woven with shells, seaweed, and what some claim were human bones. They rarely show their full bodies. Most believe that seeing the entire form means you won't return. The song that isn't a song. Unlike traditional sirens, these entities don't lure with beauty, they command. Their voices vibrate in the chest rather than in the ears. Victims describe an overwhelming need to listen, to move closer, and to answer. Many step into the water willingly. No struggle, no splash, just silence. What happens to the taken? Folklore says those who follow the bearded ones do not drown. They are added. Their voices join the chorus beneath the waves, strengthening the call. That may explain why some victims hear multiple loved ones at once, voices overlapping, unfinished, and begging. Modern EVP recordings taken near shipwrecks have captured low chanting, beneath wave noise. When slowed, investigators claim the sounds resemble lists of names. Warning signs. If you're near open water and experience sudden unnatural calm, voices carrying over waves with no source, a low humming you feel rather than hear, birds going silent all at once, do not respond, do not approach the water, and above all, do not answer if the sea says your name. Closing. The ocean doesn't forget, and sometimes it sings back. This has been a Lurking Spirits case file. Dun, dun, dun. So that's all I got tonight. So anybody got any questions? I don't know if we can completely answer.
Fishermen are very superstitious.
Well, and if you go back and do a lot of research, especially from things that happen on the ocean or in the sea, a lot of our lore comes from fishermen, and a lot of it does talk about sirens, mermaids. Look at Nessie, which I was told by Eric that the guy that first took a picture and talked about Nessie. He just came out now after all these years and said that was a fake picture.
I don't know what to believe. I think either he's telling the truth and he was tired of people thinking that it was real, or he's trying to protect Nessie from people hunting it or going after it, taking pictures of it, doing whatever.
And especially considering more people are now coming out again saying that they've spotted Nessie.
Either
again.
So they don't die, or so they can't prove that it's real or not.
And switching the subject from Nessie, let's go to Bigfoot. Over a lot of the news channels I just saw today, someone was supposed to have a very, very, very credible, and the debunkers and scientists can't debunk it as of yet, pictures of Bigfoot. And they're trying to see, they said this could be the actual living proof that Bigfoot does exist. It was on a lot of different things I saw today.
Well.
So, did anybody have any questions? Let me see what B Square says. B Square says, I remember it was marketed as an actual documentary, but had fake clips of mermen, and there was a lot of flack afterwards. I think I know what you're talking about. I believe it was. And I know there's a lake by us. It's called Raystown Lake. And Josh Grogan? He has that show where he goes to all these and explores places and that. They went to Raystown Lake because there was reports of people saying that they saw this big Nessie type creature in there, and they couldn't go down deep enough because that is a deep lake. They couldn't go down deep enough diving, but they did have their equipment went down, and their equipment did detect something very, very, very
I've
large.
been to that lake
in
and
that
I
lake.
saw nothing. I didn't go swim in it or anything. So
Can you swim in that lake?
I think you can, but only certain parts.
Because I
of
know
it.
that's mainly a fishing lake that people go there
Yeah.
for fishing.
Yeah, I don't think that you either you can swim, but you can only go in like certain
Well,
parts
some
of it,
parts.
or you can't swim because it's too deep and too scary.
Yeah, it is deep, and that's why, like I said, when they had their team out there, they did detect something. They said they didn't know what it was, but it was a big mass, and they kind of they're
It
kind of.
was funny because I didn't even know about that until Dylan's family took me to Raystown Lake so we could ride the ferry. Well, it wasn't even a ferry; it was a boat, and it was called the Proud Mary. And I didn't know about Nessie until we got back, and I was like, I went to Raystown Lake, and you guys were like, that's where Nessie is supposed to be.
Raystown, Nessie. My family went there all the time fishing. We went there. We went to what's the other one that they went to? I can't think of the other place that they went to.
India?
Shit. No. Nancy took me Indian Lake. I think I was only there. Or no, they took me to Yellow Creek. Indian Lake, your dad took us there because we were going to check that one house out that was in Indian Lake, but they're like $1 million houses and everything and that all over there.
Hubby said night watches are incredibly scary. That would do it if Bigfoot. What would it do if Bigfoot was real? What would it do to our thinking?
Well, from what I read recently, like in the past 6 months or so, is they are claiming that they are getting more conditioned to humans, and they're coming out more in the open because they're finding out that most humans are fascinated by them, that they really don't want to harm them. And so they're getting more comfortable coming out. I don't know all around the world if that's the same way, like where Bigfoot's known, but here in Pennsylvania, that seems to be the case because we have annual Bigfoot festivals and everything here in Pennsylvania. The one not that far from us, they have it for 2 weeks long, and people from all across the country come to that festival.
I think it would be really sad if if Bigfoot finally came out and just wanted to see like how people are or whatever, and then people hunted it and killed it.
And that's why I think, you get these people that are doing it for sport and they think it's funny, like, oh, I got me a Bigfoot, look, I can put its head now on my wall. Like, I just, if there is a thing that does exist, which I do believe in Bigfoot, to an extent, I mean, I'm still skeptic. It's like when I'm writing this story here, when I get it done, I say we are all skeptics, like, because they right now are listed as myths and legends, but at the same time, you have to keep an open mind. You can't automatically debunk and say, hey, they aren't real, because you don't know. There's too many stories surrounding them that you have to think, like, if all these people in different areas around the country or around the world are saying this exact same thing, you have to put some kind of credence into it. It's just like when we were talking about the night hags on Tuesday. If people are describing it the same way in different places around the world, you have to put some credence to it somehow. So B Squared volunteered for me to kill her off in my story.
Did she?
She did. Didn't you see it before?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she volunteered. She wants killed off. Why do you want killed off in the story, B Squared?
B Squared?
Is it going to be like we know who we are going to kill off for sure, and it's going to be because of carelessness? But so do you want yours to be, if I do go in that direction, do you want it to be because of carelessness or because of bravery? Or something else?
Distraction.
Distraction, like, hey, I'm gonna be over here. You guys go over that way.
Save yourself.
Save yourself. They can come get
I
me.
swear I can be a hero.
She'll be a hero. Yeah, we know one person I'm pretty sure that I'm going to kill off. When I finish this story, we're going to do it with a twist. So we're going to make it kind of a little bit more exciting, I guess. I don't want to say what the twist is. Linda, I think I told her what the twist is, so she knows what it's going to be.
Oh, you're giving away secrets.
Well, we were talking. Linda was having a day, and we were talking. And so I'm there. Well, Linda, I'm going to tell you something. And I told her something. So.
Unbelievable.
What I have to deal with each and every day that I'm on these shows.
You know what? I don't want to hear it. I can barely even speak.
Okay. Now it's it's going to be that time. You like giving your theories on everything. Give your theory on the male and female sirens, and give your theory on night hags. Go.
I still say that male and female sirens are bad mermaids. That's my theory.
What do you mean bad mermaids?
Like something happened to them, either like their love life didn't work out or something happened to them. They were cursed maybe, and they
It looks like you're picking your ass when you do that. You know that, right?
Picking my back, but it's itchy. Anyways, thanks for outing me. Anyways, my theory is that male mermaids and mermen and mermaids got turned bad somehow, whether it was they did something in the ocean they weren't supposed to and got cursed, they fell in love with somebody and that ended in catastrophe and they got cursed. I don't know, but I think that somehow they turned bad.
How did they pick their locations that they lure their people from?
Part of their curse. Like wherever they got cursed is their area.
Okay, that makes sense.
Night hags, I really don't know. Because it's not a sleep paralysis demon, and if it was a sleep paralysis demon, then so many people wouldn't have seen the exact same thing, experienced the exact same thing. No, it's not a sleep paralysis demon.
Oh, jeez.
Putting daughter on blast. Yeah, she always puts me in the spotlight. I have to figure out what to say now, so it's not awkward. I'm not just like, so.
Well, you like giving your theories, and the last theory that you gave, the Wendigo one, almost killed me.
Well.
And I gotta love them. So of course, Bigfoot one is hilarious, but I gotta love the dark-eyed children and their little prosthesis talon foot, which that one, I got that visual in my head, these kids knocking at the door looking real pale, like real sad and like they need help, and you look down and the one kid has a talon leg and you're there like, why not does this kid have a talon foot? And you're, well, the kid wanted a prosthesis and they didn't want a regular foot, but they like birds, so they chose a talon foot. And you can't get that visual out of your head.
Maybe they wanted to be good tree climbers. They wanted a talon foot so they could
with
climb
one foot.
trees. Yeah, you can. It would make it easier to grip onto with at least one foot, and then.
You know, if you make me laugh tonight, that could be the death of me with my lungs the way they are.
You brought them up.
Oh, I can't get that visual on my head. A little kid standing there at your door, and you want to just cuddle with them because they look like they're little orphan kids and they're lost or something. And you look down and they have a
With black eyes? I ain't cuddling a black-eyed child.
Sia's got black eyes, and we cuddle up to her.
Yeah, but she is a skinwalker.
So it's a
She's-
skinwalker. Then.
She's Dante from Coco.
She's Dante from Coco. Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Not sure. Yeah, Linda, make sure, Linda, too, like you was telling Cactus on here, get some of that information off your hubby. Oh, okay, yeah.
She's Dante.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
That's her.
Ay, 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 ay. But you guys, you agree with me, right? You like her, like little theories that she makes up on all these. I mean, we all had an incredible laugh about the Bigfoot and Big Little Foot and Little Bigfoot and how they got together and all that stuff. That was a moment. Linda's hubby is just weird. Yeah, and she said she remembers the cute doggy for Wake from Coco. We've been talking about lurking spirits. I'm going to try maybe possibly to get here sometime in the future. Abby was over today. Until we can get some investigations and maybe get a couple people as guests. I still would like Angelina to come on one of the shows. And I know she doesn't want to really keep the whole THC thing going and that. TCH thing going. THC, yeah, right. I know she doesn't want to keep that going, but I would like her possibly on so she can just openly talk and, say what. Yeah, see? They all.
It would be scary to know how Gabby's brain works. It is.
And Cactus, like she knows.
I'm not normal. I think outside the box and behind the box.
Well, that's how I was thinking of opening up these shows, like where our normal may not be necessarily your normal. Yeah, see, she's laughing at me. THC. Angelina, THC.
I think she wants to keep the THC.
She might want to keep the THC. I want some THC. We could use it.
We'll get you some gummies.
We'll get
Don't worry about
some
it.
gummies.
We'll get some gummies.
I
We'll come on
had
here.
because I heard about the healing things and that to them. That one point I got some of the
cannabis.
Well, no, it was the ones that didn't have the cannabis in it. What was it?
It wasn't THC.
I can't remember, but they were the peach rings. I did try those. They were really delicious. But, they didn't. Because I read that they do help with pain. And a lot of times when my back...
cannabis.
I don't know if it was that. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm not a druggie. I don't know about that
Well,
stuff.
it's definitely not THC, or you would have been probably on another planet eating one of those.
I don't know. We could be like that dope lady. What's her name again? Brandy.
Is it legal in PA?
Only medicinal. Well, I don't know. I know medicinal marijuana is legal.
I think gummies are legal, but I think if they catch you with like an actual like baggie of marijuana or you're smoking it in public or something. Oh yeah, it was probably hemp.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was. I can't remember.
That's probably what it was.
But I ordered it from Timo. But they were good. As a matter of fact, not only did I have the peach rings, I had the little gummy. They were like sugared gummies.
I know. I think you gave me one.
Those were good. Those were very, very, very good.
Yeah, I think you gave me one of those.
But I don't remember. Like, as this was probably, we've been here, it'll be 3 years already in June.
But even if it's not legal in PA, you would not believe how many people are doing more than that, that's not legal in PA, and the cops don't do shit about it.
They don't, which is weird. Like our cop around here, people are complaining because the four-wheelers are going up and down our main street at high speeds, and there's senior citizens and there's kids around here. And so some of the neighbors are complaining, say a senior citizen or a kid's going to get hurt. And our dumbass police officer goes, "Oh, I grew up doing that on the road. It ain't hurting anything. And if you don't like it, you can move elsewhere." What kind of law enforcement is that?
I doubt that we're the only people that smells weed coming from our next door neighbor. And she still does it.
It's so strong, it permeates. And I'm not saying just
it will literally smell like somebody is right outside of your door.
It smelled one day like they were smoking inside of our kitchen. That's how much it permeated the house. So, like, how much weed does she smoke over there?
I think she has a bong.
Holy moly,
because I'm pretty sure I saw her hit a bong on her porch the one day. The dreaded skunk.
Yeah, that's what it smells like. Does anybody have any topics? Like, just throw some topics out that you want us to look into. I was thinking of the gin, because it is different, but it does kind of correlate with this. I could check into the Hat Man, or we could do the Crooked Man.
I definitely don't want to look into the Hat Man because I still can't believe I saw it.
Is that the same one that had the real big gnarly teeth that you drew? Yeah, it was weird. That was so creepy because Gabriella had that vision, whatever, of the Hat Man.
No, it wasn't even a vision. It was literally, I opened my eyes and it was literally in our living room.
And she drew a picture of it, and I'm there like, whoa, that's creepy. And about a week or two later, we're watching Twin Paranormal, and Twin Paranormal shows somebody talking about this Hat Man, and somebody had a picture of it, and it looked exactly like the drawing that Gabriella drew, where they're like, damn.
Okay, Cactus wants us to talk about the Hat Man.
So what do the Hat Man, do you want it on the other side or real talk, or does it not matter?
Did I ever show them the picture?
Elita wants maybe we can do that on a special Lurking Spirits. I think we did do that one time before, but we can do more on it because we have been using others, and I'm going to try to get. I've seen a couple more pieces of things, but I want to kind of on our next investigations, I want to go more natural. I want to go more like if we're inside of a building, I think I want to get one of those. You can get them at the dollar store, like they're $1 or $2, just the little cheap wind chimes, and hang them up, but have like a weight on it so that it's not going to move real easily. And so if the wind chimes and that start moving, and there's a place where there is no air movement whatsoever, and we hear those going off, then we know something's there. I do like doing my pyramid of the little cups. I do want to put like some masking tape in that, or whatever tape in the X, and put something right in the center of the X. And we come back if it's moved in any way, with the camera on there, of course. Do different, more natural things like that when we start investigating again. However, we will be doing more. We want to get more cemeteries and stuff in, more outside stuff. So if we go that direction, some of that stuff isn't going to work because there could be an occasional breeze in any of those places, and that'll automatically debunk it right there. So, but I can have Lurking Spirits one day, maybe a Wednesday night or something, have Abby come over, and we can talk more about our equipment, what else we would like to get. That's why we do ask if anybody's kind enough to send any donations. Get some more equipment, maybe better cameras, different things like that. It would help a lot. get to go to an exciting place. But yeah, we can do a show on that. But yeah, okay. And Cactus at either channel. So what do you want us to do that on Tuesday's show, or do you want to wait until Thursday?
Do it on your channel.
Well, they're both our channels.
Well,
I don't
it's-
claim one or another for just my channel.
No, that is your channel.
But we'll do okay. Hatman and who else? Let's have a second one. So I'll do Hatman then on Tuesday, and let's get a good one for Gabriella on Thursday.
So
then
I'm doing the one that she.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Cactus did suggest something. Are you finding a lot on that?
I haven't searched yet.
Okay.
I already know most of it. I just gotta write it down.
Okay. Well, I guess we have right now a cemetery it would be horribly difficult this time of the year. We're looking I would like to try to get something in by next month. We are planning a trip in June to Massachusetts, and we want to hit some places there. We are looking into the old turnpike in Pennsylvania. We're looking into some cemeteries. I've been talking to Parasolo. We're trying to get the old high school that I went to when I was growing up. They just this past year closed down, and we know there's activity in that. There's a town next to the town where I grew up that's supposed to have a haunted community center. I'm going to try to contact them. Katrina from Travel the Dead, and then they were at Masonic Lodge. The guy that's over there, I'm going to contact him to see if we can get into the Masonic Lodge. So if you saw her episode on the Masonic Lodge, maybe we're going to be lucky and we can get there. So there's places that we are trying to line up. It's just that we want to have a whole schedule set up so that it can be like boom, 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 boom. So that if we have to take a hiatus again next winter, then we have enough material that will get us right through up until the following spring again, so that we have good material out for everybody. So I think you would be comfortable with that, or no? Or she said only if Gabby's comfortable.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's just.
And I think she showed the picture that she drew. If she could find her notebook again, when I do that, we can show you the drawing that she did. And like I said, it was kind of creepy because, and it makes it even creepier because when we were at the jail on the one picture that one of the tour people gave me, and he's using it, they showed a picture that looked like the Hat Man at the jail, but I really don't call it the Hat Man. To me, it looked like it was probably a guard or something over there. It looked like more of a guard's hat. But yeah, we will try. Well, she found it. She knows where it's at. It was in our little cubby hole in our table, underneath our table. We have a little storage thing there. Sorry. That's okay. See, I made me spill hot coffee on my lap.
That's not good.
2 days ago. There he is. So, of course,
It's more cartoony. Imagine this thing with a real face.
But the funny thing is I think even on Twin Paranormal, the image they showed was a little bit more drawn, but it looked like this. That is what she said appeared right beside her when she opened her eyes up. So, yeah. You got my thumb. She's trying to kill me. But yeah, so we'll do the hat man. Deborah.
On a better note, though, look at my stitch.
She did a little stitch. She did a little stitch. She did. I got a little thing that I bought, and I don't remember where I got it. And it looks like a little movie projector, like a little 8mm movie projector. And I found it the other day, and I have it setting out. I thought it was cool.
Bye, B Squared.
We will see you, B Squared. Thank you so much for showing up again. You're always awesome. We appreciate you making your appearance, and we will catch you again next week. Hopefully, if we do a surprise one, you'll get the notification that we're jumping on real quick. So you have a real good evening, too. Mm-hmm. You got your drawings like I got all my drawings.
Ignore that one.
So if nobody else is going to, does anybody have any questions? Because this is going to be a little bit of a shorter night than we normally have. I do want to write. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to work on it tonight, but I'll be working on that story. Like I said, there's going to be a twist to it, though, so it will be interesting to see. I think you guys will enjoy it because when I was reading what I had written to Abby, Eric was laughing on the little extra that was added on. So I think you guys would really, really enjoy it. So, but if nobody has any questions or anything, we will be calling it a night then, and I will start my research. So just keep in mind, again, even if you don't get a notification, guys, Tuesday nights on The Other Side with Diane at 9 o'clock. Thursday nights on Real Talk with Diane and Gabriella at 9 o'clock. If by some chance we decide we want to do the spur of a moment thing, we will send you a notification at least a day or more ahead of time. That won't be spur of a moment, but you know what I mean. We will send you enough notification that you know. So I'm going to try to get into my TikTok a little bit more too. Anybody that's checked it out right now, you'll see that it's just more videos and stuff and that. But I'm doing pretty well on it. So I'm having fun doing that too. But yeah, you only did an hour. Yeah.
It's a miracle.
So I know some of you need sleep. I did not have a good night last night. It's not so much that I was wheezing or anything. I did wheeze a little bit, but not like when I decided I needed a dust. I just couldn't sleep, and I ended up throwing up. But I think I had a lot of phlegm in my throat or something. I think that was what that was all about. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, we'll have a good night. So with that being said, you know how we end it, folks. Until next week, same time, same bat channel, we'll say tune in.
Peace out.
Love, love, love you guys. Bye. See you next week. Psycho.